Monthly September 2020 horoscope for zodiac sign Virgo. Your ruling planet Mercury makes two important shifts this month. So don't be surprised if you change your mind a few times. September is almost like learning how to ride a bike with training wheels to you, Virgo. But it's up to you to take the safety off and trust yourself. We all know you struggle with feeling ready despite being the only zodiac sign with a flawless plan always tucked up your sleeve. September starts with a full moon in your polar opposite sign Pisces on the 2nd. Although the dreamy Neptune face of this moon seems gentle and spiritual on the surface, for you it also means a shock that comes out of the blue. Fortunately, the bulk of the planets are at your side during this emotional peak. Mercury and the Sun are both in your own sign, making positive aspects to Uranus in Taurus. And your planetary ruler trines a grounded trio in Capricorn with great intensity. This activates not only your 5th house of creativity and romance but also your 9th house of greater meaning and expanded horizons. You're strapped into this wild ride for the long haul. So hold on tight. Uranus, the planet of surprises and breakthroughs, comes into play again on the 5th with a tense semi-square to Gemini North Node in your 10th house of career and public status. Don't be surprised if you find yourself wanting to change jobs or residences, or if you feel tension surrounding responsibilities you didn't foresee. When your ruling planet Mercury enters Libra on the 5th, it signals a phenomenal opportunity to analyze your cash flow and increase your self-earned income. To rebalance your money and possessions with your personal values, you'll need to drop the self-induced stress and anxiety though. If you splurge on anything, make sure you think it over first. Here's a tip. Making art through technology could boost your finances and confidence over the next month. You recognize the value of privacy when Venus enters Leo on the 6th. But that doesn't mean you need to work within the shadows necessarily. Instead, you could find yourself helping someone tackle their own inner demons. That being said, you might not feel like you have the energy to help anyone after the 9, when Mars stations retrograde in your 8th house of sex, death, and taxes this day. The next 8 to 10 weeks could leave you feeling like you're doing all the giving with none of the receiving. There is a solution here, Virgo. Instead of banking on someone else, put your bets on yourself. Jupiter stations direct in your 9th house on the 12th. Because the house of expansion is the great benefactor's domicile, he's right at home and able to show you all goodness life can offer you. On the 17th, a new moon brings the promise of something new to your own sign and your 1st house of self. Right now, it's all about you whether you intend it or not. If you've been feeling low on energy, this is when you'll get the boost you need to put your best foot forward. Expect to be noticed. Maybe due to a change in your presentation or a brilliant display of your authenticity. Believe in yourself, Virgo. Maybe even try something you've been too cautious to try in the past. Yes. You'll notice that the more you put yourself out there, the more your insecurities melt away. For once, you can enjoy the high of being in the spotlight. The light of the sun beams generously on your material wealth when it enters Libra on the 22. Throughout the next month or so, disposable income increases. But it'd be best if you didn't make any frivolous purchases. Try being balanced and rationalized in your approach to your assets. After the last third of September, really home in on what makes you feel secure and valuable. It could be tempting to calm your insecurities with material things, but you don't want to overspend right now. Your planetary ruler makes a second shift on the 27th when Mercury leaves rational Libra for the penetrating Scorpio depths of your 3rd house. While this is a great transit for moving forward courageously with newfound confidence, be wary of coming across as too critical or scathing. If anyone needs your help at this time, you'll be the first to step up. But you need to make sure you don't overstep boundaries by offering your opinion where it isn't wanted. When Saturn stations direct in Capricorn on the 27th, you need to acknowledge that working hard means playing hard too. Don't be afraid of enjoying all the attention your natural talents attract. There is a fine line to walk between acting and observing as you enter October. But you're trusting in your own balance more than ever.